Hello friends, once again welcome to finite element analysis unit number 2. This is the unit number 2 for the 1D elements. Here we need to do the study of a penalty method for handling the boundary condition. In the last lecture also we have studied the how to handle the boundary conditions, but here we have taken the another example so that we can be able to understand the concept in a very right way. So what is mean that just what is mean by the non-homogeneous boundary condition, because many of you are always confused with this one. So let us take this problem. Here you can see this is the node 1 and this is the node 3 and 4. This is the node 3 and this is the 4. So the spring is connected to this point, this plate, and later on this plate having again the another elements, and these elements are fixed to this one, and this is also the fixed one. So the my element at node 3 and 4 are fixed and the element at 1 is fixed. But here you can see the roller. This is the fixed, this is the fixed position, this is the fixed position, again this is the fixed position, but this plate is not fixed. This is the rollers are given, and because of these rollers, it can be traveled to this direction or the any opposite direction, or to the opposite direction. So this is the problem. The force is applied here, the P is applied here, the force is applied here. Now because of this application of a force P, what will happen with these stiffnesses, that we need to calculate. So here you can see that now because of this force application, there is a non-homogeneous boundary condition is developed, because this one is the moving to this direction or moving to this direction. So displacement is not fixed at the node 2. At the node 2 the displacement is not fixed. This one is a delta, non-homogeneous boundary condition. Whenever the non-homogeneous boundary conditions are available, that time we have given the penalty of a delta, and that later on we manipulate this one. So let us try to solve the problem. So what is given, that is d1 is equal to x, d3 is equal to x is equal to 0, and d4 x is equal to 0. So that is d1 x is equal to 0, 3 is 0, and 4 is 0. So compatibility law means the continuity, that is d2 1 element 1, d2 3, d2 x at 3 is also a common one. So we could say that this is the continuity or the compatibility, means this one is this one and this one are on the same plate, that way there is a continuity. So there is a continuity between this spring as well as these two springs. So the compatibility law is satisfied, and the nodal equilibrium conditions also satisfied, means f13 is equal to f1, while the P is equal to f2x at element 1, f2x at element number 2, and f2x at the element number 3, and f3x is equal to f3x. So this is the force diagram, or we could say the nodal diagram, and in this one how the different forces are available and how to manipulate this one is given. See, this is the force applied to this level. So this is the free body diagram of the elements and the node of the spring assemblage. So what we get? We get the three elements. So for the element number 1, element number 2, and element number 3. So element number 1 is very easy, that is the k1 minus k2, k1 minus k1 minus k1 k1. Now for the element 2, is this one, p upon f3x and p upon p f4x, this matrix of this one. So the k2 minus k2 minus k2 k2, so again the diagonal is positive. Now for the k3, this is the element 3, that's why the stiffness matrix is 3. So this is again the positive one, and these are the negative terms. So here you see, this is the d2, this is d3, this is d2, and this is d4. Now we need to calculate, we need to assemble the element 1, element 2, and element 3. So there is the addition of element 1 plus element 2 plus element 3. So there are the three elements. So assemblage is required, assemblage is required. Hence we are going the assemblage, that is the F1, P, F3 and F4. So D1x, D2x, D3x and D4x. Writing here the D1x, D2x, D3x, D4x. Now we are going direct manipulation process. We are directly writing this is the K1. Okay. Then there is the, here we need to write that is the K1 minus K2. Minus K2, probably this is forgetting. Now minus K1 plus K1. Now in the 2, that is the K2 is here, K3 also come here, minus K2, minus K2, minus K3. Now at the 3, that is the 2 and 4 are related, so K3 minus K3 minus K3 plus K3. So this is the 0, this is the 0. So this is assemblage is very easily possible, very easily possible through the direct method. So how I did this is the K1 minus K1 minus K1, sorry, this is not the K2, this is the minus K1. So minus K1 plus K1. Now 2, element 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, so K2 minus K2 minus K2 K2. Now for the element 4, that is 2 and 4, 2 and 4, so K3 minus K3, then here the minus K3 and plus K3. See again the diagonal is total positive one. So this is the assemblage. Now this is the assemblage. So F1, this is the term. Now see in the last, this one I am forgetting, so here I am writing this one. So this is the parameter we are writing and assemblage. So after assemblage, now we are interested to apply the boundary condition. So for applying the boundary condition, that is the all parameters are 0, that is d1 is equal to 0, d3 is equal to 0, d4 is equal to 0 is given, d3 is given. So that is p is equal to these parameters, that is d3 is directly considering, and we get this is the d2 is equal to this one. Another method for handling such type of the boundary condition is a penalty, or the, that is penalty method, or the delta method, or the delta method. What we did here, that is that delta is added. So delta is added, this delta is means we have taken the one another stiffness matrix, we added this before one delta value with a stiffness matrix, with a stiffness matrix KB, with a delta matrix KB. So here that KB is to be stiffness matrix with a with a penalty of a delta. So add this one. So K1 is equal to this, K2 is equal to this, K is equal to K1 plus KB, K1 plus KB. This is the manipulation. This is the manipulation. Then F is equal to KD. So F multiplied by KB into delta. Here we are adding K plus KB. Rest of the things are similar one. This we have already taken in the last lecture also, and according to that we solve this problem. So this is the method for solving, or penalty method for considering the non-homogeneous boundary conditions. So penalty method is used for solving the non-homogeneous boundary conditions. Thank you to all.